Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, February 25th, 2021, and we are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in. That's when they do the majority of their trading. They have very smart people, best technology, best information, dealing with the most money. And I believe, in my opinion, that following what they do at the end of the day with your swing trades provides you with a long-term edge. So, wow, what a day. It's been epic. I don't throw that word around lightly, but it has been epic. Wow. Currently, the Dow Jones is down 425 points, down 1.35%. The NASDAQ, however, is down 379 points, down 2.79%, and the S&P is down 78.2, down about 2%. Wow, what a day. Volatility is back. I hope you're all staying careful out there, positioning correctly. This is a good example of volatility increasing by a large margin, and therefore, you should, when you buy something, if you buy something, you should adjust for that volatility by buying fewer amount of shares to compensate for the increased volatility. But wow, what a day. I mean, it's literally been epic. So, thanks for coming today. It's always nice to see everyone. I appreciate you being here. Like I said, I hope everyone's staying safe out there. This is a brutal day, no doubt about it. But you know the old saying, the market goes up by the stairs and comes down by the elevator. And boy, did we come down by the elevator today. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have 3-day trades today. I will share those with you today. After that, we are going to go over to the board. If you're a current student of mine or past student of mine, feel free to put your trades up on the board, and currently we have them up there. We're going to go over, we're going to take a look and see how those are doing. Unfortunately, a lot of red over there today, as you would imagine with a day like today. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First requirement, I have to have a confluence or combination of indicators. Second requirement, I have to have a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2-to-1. And thirdly, always make sure you spend a few seconds before you hit that buy button. Have a good hard talk with yourself and think, do I really need this trade? Do I really need it? Is it really that good? Do I already have correlated positions that are similar to this new trade I might be taking? How much account heat do I have? How much, in other words, how much of my account is out there at risk? This is important stuff, and when the market's just going up, it doesn't seem that important. But on a day like today, I think it drives the point home why we want to think about these things before we just randomly go ahead and buy another position. All right. So, oh, and I forgot, we're going to talk about trader psychology. I forgot that. So yeah, of course, during about the halfway point of the show, I like to talk about trader psychology, get away from the charts for a while and talk about what's really important, the skill of being disciplined in trading. There are several good potential deep dip buys today. There are. And so I have identified a handful of candidates. So at the end of the day, as we get closer to the close, they're very close. They look like right now they're going to be photo finishes, meaning they're very close to support, would offer a good risk to reward ratio, but I don't know if they're even going to close above support. There's one I'm looking at over the 200. There's one I'm looking at the 30, but who knows? This last hour probably is going to be crazy, I would imagine. So anyway, I'm going to try to narrow it down to the very best one, if there even is one. I don't know if there will even be one, but if there is, I will go ahead and purchase it before the close of the day. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. just type them in the chat there. If you have any stock symbols that you would like me to look at before the market closes, just go ahead, put them in the chat, put an asterisk by it so I know it's time sensitive. I did change the format of the show a little bit so I have more time to look at people's questions and break down their charts if they ask me. So feel free to do that. And then lastly, if any of my current students or past students have any new updates for me, any new entries or exits, if you could please wait till the close of the market so that I am done trading and pressure's off. I'm done teaching, and then we can all relax and we'll get them all updated. But yeah, this last hour is going to be interesting to say the least. So I'm going to go ahead and run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Hang tight, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, well, let's see how everyone's doing today. Hey, Paxton, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Wait, let me make sure I have the microphone on. Yes, I do. Paxton and I and Tracy had a really good lesson last night. I think you guys did excellent. And thanks for coming by here today, Paxton. Lava is here. Good to see you, Lava. Hope you're having a good day. Lava says, hello, everyone. Johan is here. Hello, Johan. Good to see you. Hope you're having a nice evening in Hong Kong. Tracy is here. The Tracy and Paxton duo. Good to see you, Tracy. Great job last night. Good afternoon, Greg and the Gosseteers. Good afternoon to you. Tracy, David is here. Hello, David. Good to see you. He says hi, and Greg. Kamal is here. Hey, buddy. Good chatting with you. And thanks for everything you do for the channel, Kamal. Really appreciate it. Gary is here. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Timothy is here. Hey, Tim. Good to see you, bud. We need to get together on our Skype call. Sorry, I've just been so busy with lessons lately. I'm just trying to get a break. But once we do, we are definitely going to get on it and talk some short selling. Miko is here. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. You and the family. Steve Burns is here. Hello, Steve. Always nice to see you, sir. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here. You know, I feel that way. I know everyone else does too. Steve says, hello, everyone. I am happy to have all my signals saying cash currently. VIX is very close to a 1030 EMA crossover today. So Steve has a strategy whenever the 10 EMA crosses over the 30 EMA. That's a sign of volatility, if you hadn't noticed already with what the market's doing, right? That is volatile, in which case Steve buys weekly put options on the SPY. So let us know what you do there, Steve, and thanks for coming. Frank is here. Hello, Greg and Group. Hello, Mr. Frank. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Kamal says, nice one, staying in cash. Absolutely. You know, I don't know what it was. 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago, Steve said, you know what? I've made enough. I'm not going to be greedy about this. I'm just going to lock in some profits here, and I'm just going to wait for some dips. And that's exactly what he did, and it worked out fantastic, and that's why Steve is the master. Dan says, hi, Greg and Gossett family. Hey, Dan, good to see you. I got your email. I'm going to share a little bit of that after the market closes. Steve says, thanks, Kamal. Steve says, DPZ 20 RSI. That's incredible. Yeah, I've seen a lot of low RSIs today. My gosh, I think TLT got down to like 14, if I am not mistaken. So let me post this up here. Hey, Frank, good to see you, my friend. Ooh, I know this is going to be a good pump. We all aspire to reach higher. It's part of a trader's desire. But don't be disappointed if a pattern looks good and nothing does transpire. Sometimes where there's smoke, there just ain't no fire. Excellent. Let's read it again. We all aspire to reach higher. It's part of a trader's desire. But don't be disappointed if a pattern looks good and nothing does transpire. Sometimes where there's smoke, there just ain't no fire. That's right. I was teaching that last night. Just because you have a perfect pattern does not mean it has to do anything necessarily, right? I mean, go ahead and take it, but make sure you follow your rules. Morgs is here. Good to see you, Morgs. Hope you're doing well. Johnson is also here. Good to see you, Johnson. Carlos is here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Looks like Facebook is going to close under its 200 today. I know you have that trade. Tim says, I always appreciate that. You bet. Frank says, deep dip or deep high five, deep touchdown. Or deep thanks, maybe? But we'll go over that. Gary says, Steve, 2 cents away from the 1030 EMA cross. I have been watching all day. Oh yeah, I know Gary likes the 1030 EMA cross with the puts. Okay, doke. Well, let's get started, shall we? Ad Vibe. Gary and Kamal and I did buy Ad Vibe back here at 107.17. We had a higher low V1 bullish engulfing bar, triggered the fractal. Here's a high with 2 lower highs to the left, 2 lower highs to the right. Bought it here at 107.17. Held the 50 RSI the next day. Yesterday we had a big up day. I did hit some profit targets, thankfully. That's why I always like to take partial profits on strength, because you never know when it's going to just head back down, and then you've locked in some gains. And even if it keeps going up, I'm still happy because I still have the majority of the position. So no profit targets on this. It is still up on the trade. I'm grateful for that. It is down on the day, but it is still up on the trade. So I will be keeping this. Alibaba. Well, this one hasn't worked out so hot, tamale, but it was a legitimate trade. Johnson and I took this on a weekly trade with a 520 crossover, which is a profitable back-tested approach. Just didn't work this time, so I bought it on Friday. I buy at the end of the day, 263.27, and it is down. This line down here is my emergency stop, so we're still not to it, but tomorrow, unless we have some miracle rally, I definitely will be getting out and just taking the loss on this trade. Eli Lilly. Kamal Quad and I bought Eli Lilly 2 days ago at 202.48. We had a nice false breakout to the downside. We had a V2. We rejected the 50, bought here at 202.48. Yesterday we had a really nice day, hit a profit target up there. It is down today, but it's still holding over my entry point, so I will still hold this. Nothing really to do on this one. SPY. Wow. Look at this. Am I glad that I followed my rules and I got out at the open like I was supposed to? Holy smokes. I mean, it was a loss, but it seems like a win, right? I got in at 391.77. I got out this morning at the open at 390.51. So it was a loss, about $1.20, but look at this huge sell-off. Wow. So, of course, I will be buying this today at the close, holding it overnight, taking the overnight risk, and selling it again first thing tomorrow morning. WBA, Greg, myself and Gary, we bought WBA yesterday, which is Walgreens. Good setup. Didn't know we were going to run into the Armageddon of all days, but false breakout to the downside and a V2, bought at 49.16. Was fortunate enough to hit one profit target today when it was up. So, you know, I always like that, right? Because, I mean, it's had a huge reversal. My stop on this trade's halfway of the washout bar. I didn't even think I'd even have to really be considering it. But right here is halfway of the washout bar. I may get stopped out on that. If it does close below the 50 RSI, I will take off at least half. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. WSM. I can't believe I have something that's up today. It's unbelievable. I did buy WSM back here at 127.58. Moved up nicely. Then we had the big washout bar. I almost had to get out, but I held yesterday, came back down, bounced right off of my end of day stop. And today, it's up. It's up a little bit. It was up much higher. I actually hit a profit target up here at 131.85. So I'm very grateful that I have something that's up today. So I will be keeping this. Qs. All right. So Very glad that I took the short on the Qs last Friday. I shorted here at 330.74. It's 312.92. It's down 3.4%, but I took this on the weekly. And the reason I took this trade was we had a double top with a bearish divergence. We went over 70, under 70. We got near the third ATR channel. I did short it at 330.74. And it's down 5.38% this week. So I have made 5.38% on this short position. So really glad that I have that. I did hit a profit target to the downside, 325.39, 315.15, and 314.13. So like to have this short position, helps to kind of mitigate some of the other stuff, of the losses. All right, here's Walmart. Walmart is a day trade I had. Here we go. We had a false breakout to the downside and a V1. This is on the 5-minute. I bought at 133.45. Next bar went up nicely. Next bar went up nicely. I decided to take half of my profits just to lock it in. Next bar, we had another big kind of strong up bar. I decided to go ahead and lock in another half right here. And then here I get a close below the previous day's low. So it was profitable. I got in at 133.45. I got out at 133.74. I got out at 133.78 and 133.90. Okay. And then Apple. My first trade on Apple was here. We went under the 30, over the 30. I didn't want to chase it right there. I wanted to see if we could come back to the halfway to improve my risk to reward. I got in at 122.48. 30 RSI was my end of bar stop. It held the 30, held the 30, held the 30, held the 30 until here. So I did take a loss on that. I got in at 122.48, and I got out at 121.66. So that was a pretty big loss for me for a day trade. But luckily, let's see if I can get rid of that line. Yeah. All right. But I did come back after this big flush here. We went under 30, over 30, intrabar. We had a V1. I bought at 121.56. A couple bars later, had a big up move. I sold at half at 122.12. Here we rejected the 50 RSI. I got out at 122.42. I had moved 1.5 ATRs for my entry, so I moved my stop to break even. And then I caught a nice move up here. I got out right when we got to the 50 SMA. I thought, you know what, that's probably about it. And then it kept going up, and I was like, oh well. But, you know, of course, now it's much lower. So I got in at 121.56. I got out at 122.12. I got out at 122.42. And I got out at 122.90. So positive on the day as far as day trades go, which I'm glad. And since we're here, Kamal and David did buy Apple when it rejected the negative third ATR channel and also the negative third, also the 100-day moving average. They bought at 125.80. Yesterday it held above the 100. Today it did go positive for a second, and then now it's down. Now, I know their end of day stop was a close below the 100-day moving average. This is an interesting situation because it is 28.99 right now. So it is under the 30 RSI. If it closes back above the 30 RSI, that would also be a legitimate new entry. So I actually asked Kamal earlier, I said, are you going to get out or are you going to stay in it with the new under 30, over 30? And at the time it was over 30. Now it's under 30. So it would be a clear signal to get out if it closes under. But, you know, we still have 40 minutes or so to go, 39 minutes or so to go. So down on the day, down on the trade. All right, TLT. No one has this, but I did want to show something kind of interesting here. During the middle of the day, look at this washout we had. I was not sure what happened. I just saw lights flashing, and look at this huge down bar. Huge. And then in the same bar, rallied right back up. And then from there, we rallied. So I don't know. Are we in do we have a bottom in on TLT? I really don't know, but sometimes those kind of things are a sign. Look at the RSI on TLT, everybody. 1696. ISRG, Johan bought ISRG yesterday at 758.60 with a close back above the 100-day moving average. It is down 2.84% today, so down on the day and down on the trade. Facebook, Carlos and Kamal did buy Facebook. Carlos bought it back here at 260.40 with the intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Next day it went up strong. He took 2 profit targets, which, Carlos, I'm sure you are glad that you took those chips off the table and at least locked in some at a profitable level. Yesterday was an inside bar. It was actually positive at one point of the day, but now it certainly looks like it's going to lose the 200-day moving average, which would be, the way I trade. If I lost the 200, I would get out. And Kamal is also in from 264.30. Square, Jatin. I have Jatin in Square at 245. It's 226.12. It is down 4.7% today. Huge move down. Just a huge move down. Unreal. I mean, we weren't even strong enough to stay in the value zone. Now we're below the value zone. That's concerning. So down on the day and down on the trade there. NVAX, Frank has had a great trade on NVAX. He bought it all the way back here at 135. It doubled in price, more than doubled in price. He sold 90% up here, which I'm sure he is glad that he did. Kept a 10% daler. Down today with everything else, but still, of course, nicely up on the trade. Boeing. Okay, Kamal had a nice trade on Boeing at 217.50. Next couple days it went down. Then we had a huge move up yesterday, and it's given it all back. So Kamal's in at 217.50. Currently it's 216.79, but it's down, but it's not down much, and it's okay to have small losses, and luckily Kamal had a lot of profit as a buffer there. Verizon, I have Quad Racer in on Verizon, a double bottom with a bullish divergence. Under 30, over 30 was the key trigger. Bought at 54.17. Huge move up, and it is down on the day, but I believe Quad Racer is still in the trade. Tesla, Quad bought Tesla at 698. It is currently 682. It's down 8% today. So down on the day and down on the trade. MSTR, this is Dan. Okay, I'm going to go over that at the end, but I know Dan bought down here a couple days ago. Intraday, he held it, had a huge move up yesterday. Let's see, yesterday's move up was, it was down 21%. Next day it was up 18%, and now it's down 8%. So it looks like he's still profitable on the trade. And then Boyd Gaming. All right, Tracy and Paxton, this is what we were talking about last night. We set your profit targets up there. None of them hit, but look what happened today. Over 70, under 70, and a close below the previous day's low. So if we were doing lessons, you would know what I would do with this particular trade. So 3 things. Over 70 RSI, under 70 RSI. Over the third ATR channel, under the third ATR channel. And it looks like a close below the previous day's low. So not too hot tamale out there. Okay, that's not good. I can't scroll my charts. All right. Johan says, Steve, really amazed by how your system nailed the change in the market sentiment. Noticed that several times by now. Steve's a master. You know, when things get really, just like a feeding frenzy and everyone's talking about stocks and everyone thinks everything's going higher, it's usually a sign, right? Dan says, sorry, I didn't mean deep poem in a great way. Oh, gotcha. Carlos says, yes, I got out of it earlier. I'll take my profits for now. Good. Johan says, awesome as always, Frank. Frank says, thanks, Johan. Quad says, good afternoon, Greg and group. Good to see you, Quad. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Dan says, oh boy, Monster flirting with under 30 over. And can it regain third ATR today? Maybe intraday. Oh, intraday, yeah. Quad says, happy tremendous downtrend Thursday. Quad is out of Verizon. Okay. I'll take you out of that. Oh, and I have VIX over here too. Look at this huge day on VIX. Up 15%, everybody. Up 15% just on the VIX, and one heck of a V1, a V2 as well. Wow. Steve says, thanks, Johan. Decades of backtesting signals help create my edge. Well, there you go. And decades of experience, I might add on top of that, right? Okay. Well, listen, let's talk a little bit about trader psychology. Let's take a look at talk about maybe some helpful suggestions or some tips maybe, or just some advice, right, on thinking about trading, getting your mind right about trading. This is Scott Janovici. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Scott's from the New Traders, Rich Traders channel over on Facebook. It's a great channel. Steve's there. I'm there. Tom Basso's there. Kamal is there. Johan's there, I believe. And it's a really good, serious trading channel. So if you get a chance, go over and request to become a member. This is from Brett Steenbarger. Brett Steenbarger is a very famous trading psychologist. That's what he specializes in. He specializes in dealing with traders and all the psychological issues that trading can evoke in a person. But this is short and sweet, but it's really good. The right trading behavior starts as rules and evolves into habits. Make sense? The right trading behavior start as rules and evolve into habits. Just like everything else evolves into a habit, right? Going to the gym, first few times, definitely not a habit, right? But after you go for a month or a couple months or a year, it's just a habit. It's the same thing with trading. That's why I really think it's a great idea for everybody to have real rules. I have rules. If it does this, I'm going to do that. If it does that, I'm going to do this, right? They're just part of my psychology now, right? I don't think about it because they have become habits. So that's why it's so important when you start trading that you have a good set of rules that you can follow. At first, you're not going to be used to them, but after a while, they are going to become habits. And if you start with correct trading behavior, using correct trading principles of position sizing, entries, emergency stops, end of day stops, profit targets, all this kind of stuff. If you have a plan, I guess that's what I'm really saying. If you have a plan, a correct plan based upon correct trading principles, if you start out and you follow them, you just follow them to the T, after a while, it's just going to become a habit. And that's what you want to do. You want to create good trading habits that originally start out as rules, right? So get yourself a plan based upon good trading principles. That is the key. So I don't know who Scott is, but I think this is a great post. And thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate that. Wow, things are just melting down. Holy hamburgers, man. So let me take a quick look at my position, see if there's anything I need to do here on ad vibe. I don't see anything I have to do. Still about even, so I'm going to keep that. Alibaba is not having a good day, but it's not to my emergency stop yet. I'll make my end of bar decision tomorrow, which is Friday. Eli Lilly is still doing fine, has not lost the 50 RSI. It's right about even, so I'm super grateful for that. SPY again, I had the overnight SPY loss. Of course, I will be buying it. It will be super scary, but I will be buying this today at the close. WBA, I may have to watch this today. My end of day stop is here at 48.18, so it's a possibility I may have to get out of this trade. If it closes under 50 RSI, I will have to get out of the half of the trade, but we'll see what happens. WSM did go slightly negative on the day. One profit target I'm still holding. My Q short is doing really, really well. I'm very thankful for that. So I'll be holding that, making a decision tomorrow if I need to make any changes or cover. Walmart was a day trade. I was looking for Walmart under 30, over 30, but it doesn't look like we're going to get it at this point. And now Apple is under the 30 RSI. So pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. But that is part of trading, everybody. Johan says, Britt Steenbarger has some good videos on trader psychology. Yeah, he's like one of the top there. Tracy says, hey, Greg, what we see is yesterday's low. What we see as yesterday's low was 55.93 because it only met one indicator. Would we only sell half? Well, I have yesterday's low as 57.17, and my charts are right today. So yesterday's low was 57.17, and right now it's 56.14. So that would be both. That would be over 30, over 70, under 70, and a close below the previous day's low. I don't know where you're getting 55.93 from. Dan says maybe look at ARKK on the daily if you have time. Yeah, it's 33.30, hasn't gone below the 30 RSI yet. So, I'd wait. I like to see a confluence of the 30 RSI and the 100. That would be an excellent risk to reward level right there. But I don't think there's anything enough today. Love says, all 10 of my positions are way down, but nothing is down to ATRs. All right. So no emergency stops is what you're saying. Hope that makes sense, Tracy. But yeah, on Beyond Meat, or not Beyond Meat, sorry, Boyd Gaming, yesterday's low was 57.17. So you got the trifecta of exit signals today: over 70, under 70, over the third channel, under the third channel, close below the previous day's low, and you lost the 5 EMA. Did you notice that? So 4. Wow, this is insane. Mork says, I attempted a short on the 520 EMA cross down on Qs and so far working as it also backtests well. Oh, so you're short the Qs. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, our Q position is doing pretty well. All right. Let's take a look at some potentials here. My gosh, the Dow is down 600 points now, 636. The NASDAQ is down 500 points, everybody. It is unreal. All right. VIX is a potential. It seems a little chasey at this level, so I don't think I'll be doing anything with VIX. But false breakout to the downside and one heck of a V2 today, up 17%. Wow. Amazon. Well, I was looking at Amazon. I liked it. It's been a long time since Amazon has been down near the 200-day moving average. It's right at the negative third ATR channel. If it closes back above the 200, I will go ahead and buy this. No doubt about it. It would be an intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average and a rejection of the negative third ATR channel. But whether is it going to do that, I don't know. It's at 32.89 right now. If it could go under 30, over 30, that would add some extra bonus points to this. But right now, I'm looking at Amazon to potentially get in if we close above the 200-day moving average at the close of the day. Facebook, down big. Carlos said he was out. Good. Apple is just getting all brutaled around. I would also consider buying Apple here today if it can close back over the 30 RSI. I would prefer to buy Amazon because if Amazon closes above the 200, I like a close back above the 200. I think that's stronger support, and Paxton and Tracy, of course, if that happens, I would use 200 trailing rules. If I bought Apple today, I would use 30 RSI trailing stop rules. But right now, it's certainly below 30 RSI. So I cannot buy either of them at the moment. W, well, it started off pretty strong, no doubt about that. Look at that. And huge reversal bar. So I don't see anything there. JKHY, Jack Henry and Associates, only down 0.71% today. That's like being up, but I don't really see anything there. I mean, okay, I guess I do see a little something in that we had a nice higher low yesterday. We have come down and we have held the halfway mark. It went above 50, below 50. So even if I was in yesterday, I would get out of half yesterday. Yeah, I don't really see anything here. Spartan Stores has a V1, false breakouts to the downside, and V1. We rejected the 200-day moving average. I don't like that. A lot of sellers came right in here, so I think I'll pass on that. Billy is up today, but this is a bearish reversal bar. It is up, but the current close of the bar is way lower than the open. It rejected the 1 ATR channel. This is a very bearish bar, but relative strength is very high to be up 3% on a day like today. BZUN, Buns. Well, I like this return to value. We have return to value. We are moving sideways. But there's no trigger. It's a good setup. Return to value, return to the value zone, sideways motion in the value zone. But now it's all set. It's all good to go. I just need a rejection of these previous lows and a reverse back up. That would be my entry trigger, but I don't see anything right now. RPM. I guess this caught on the scanner because of under 30, over 30, but we're still under 30. Let me tell you one thing too. When the market is down this big and you've had this large of a move down, I'm not even, I'm going to stick with the big stocks, the best stocks in the world, to buy the best stocks in the world when they're on sale. I don't really want to mess around any kind of like second tier stocks when I can buy the best stocks like Apple or Amazon on sale. DG, this did go under 30, over 30. We do have a double bottom with the bullish divergence. This wouldn't be bad. I'll put this over in the potential category. ECL. I don't really see anything there. WM, Waste Management. We had a close above the 200 yesterday, and it's up today. So huge relative strength. So that's good, but I wouldn't be buying here. And HAS, false breakout to the downside. Did I already talk about? Oh, this is Hasbro. False breakout to the... Is that a false breakout? Let me double check. Yeah, it is. It's a false breakout to the downside and a V1, but it also rejected the 50 RSI, and it also rejected the 50-day moving average, which is concerning. So, Walmart does not look like it's going to close back above. VIX is a monster today. 139 million shares traded. Wow, but I will not be following that. Amazon still has the potential to close back above the 200 if we have an end-of-day rally. We'll see what happens. If it does, this would be my pick for the day. Facebook does not look like it's going to close above the 200, so I'll just get rid of that one. Apple is under the 30 RSI, so this would be a potential, but I would rather go with Amazon. So Amazon and Apple. So I'm going to come up here. All right. So real quick, I have to look at current positions before I look to enter any new. Ad vibe looks fine. Lily looks fine. WBA, I may have to at least sell half of this. If it closes below 48.18, I have to sell the full amount. WSM is fine. I'll keep that one. Sunny, hi Sunny. On a down day, do you move your emergency stops down for tomorrow or hold their current level? No, once I put the emergency stops on, Sunny, it's just based upon what the reading of the 2 ATR was on the day that I bought it. And so that always stays the same. So no, I never move that emergency stop. Once it's in place, it's there. If I hit it, I'm done. Quad said, did something historical happen today? Trying to understand why the huge downtrend. I think part of it, GameStop is doing that whole thing. And you know what happened? GameStop has just gone racing up like crazy like it did before. Last time that happened, the market sold off on that as well. What do you think of EOG for a short? I wouldn't. It's still holding the third ATR channel as support underneath. It did go over 70, under 70, but that's it. If there was a double top with the bearish divergence, or it lost the negative third ATR channel, something like that, closed below the previous day's low. But this just looks too strong. The MACD here is just really strong. So no, I would not short this, David. Tracy said, I did hit 2 PT on USO. Oh, you did? Let's take a look. Are you sure? This doesn't look like it moved up to 2 profit targets. USO on oil, right? Oh, David says, never mind earnings. Steve says, I bought a weekly SPY put, March 1st expiration for $4.51 per contract on the VIX 1030 EMA crossover signal. So the 1030 EMA crossed over on the VIX. That is Steve's signal to buy put. So that is a bearish position. Steve wants the market to go down. So, okay, I will post that up there. Steve, 3D1 or 3D2? 3D1 strikes. Okay. Hey, give me 1 second. Guys, give me about 30 seconds. I have to take care of something. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, Apple is off of its lows. It could close above 30, but I would rather buy Amazon than Apple, to be honest with you. So it looks like we have quite a bit of a rally here. Let me look intraday, and unless I'm imagining it. Well, not a huge rally, but a rally. Yeah. Facebook doesn't look like it's going to hold. Amazon is now above the 200-day moving average. Wow. Unreal. I have my SPY in there to buy. WSM looks okay. WBA also looks like I'm going to be able to keep it. You got in at 39.91 on USO. Well, heck, you're doing really well then. But I just wasn't sure what you're talking about as far as the two profit targets today, because it's only up 0.07%, right? One profit target would be 38 cents. That's the 0.45, so two would be 76, and it's only up 3. But anyway, maybe you can explain it to me after. Woo, woo, what a day. What a day. Now Amazon is back under the 200. So it's close. It's 3 points. Definitely in the next 10 minutes, it could hang in there. Apple's at 29.38. That could hold also. That 30 could hold. So those are my two favorite. Apple, if it closes above the 30, Amazon, if it closes above the 200, which is 3073.70 or 3073.73, and currently it is above it. All right, let me take care of this over here. Okay, that's taken care of. So I'm watching Apple carefully to see if it can close above the 30 RSI. And I'm watching Amazon carefully to see if it holds above 3073.74. And right now it's basically right there. It's amazing how it's just holding at that 200-day moving average. Kamal says, what is your Apple 30 RSI price? Oh yeah, that's good. So the Apple 30 RSI price, Kamal, would be, I can't quite get it there, about 122.38. 122.38. That's a good question. 122.38. So about 80 cents from here. Amazon has now lost. It's close. It's really close. Let's see. 30.73. So we are under at the moment. Down 552 on the Dow, 461 on the NAS, and 92 on the S&P. Now it's back over. Apple is still under. VIX is off of its high. See how, Tracy and Paxton, see how we rejected the 50-day moving average? If I had been in this trade, for whatever reason, I would be getting out of half today because we rejected the 50, at least right now. I don't know in 7 minutes, right? But see how it's gone above the 50? Now it's below it. That is what I would consider a rejection. So if I was in this trade, I would take half off right here. Amazon is over. We were talking about photo finishes, and we certainly have a photo finish right now. Five minutes to go on this historic day. Look at TLT. Wow. Look at the volume on this. That could be the bottom. I don't know, but it could be. Now we are under on Amazon. I was a little concerned earlier that we might have some selling into the close just because there's so many technical levels that are being lost that people would be selling into them. My WBA is holding, so I will hold that. WSM is holding, I will hold that. Q's just getting obliterated, but you see how we bounced right at the third ATR, negative third ATR channel, almost pegged it exactly. So I'm going to keep this position. I'm keeping that short position. Walmart does not look like it's closing above the 200. Apple does not look like it's going to close above. Amazon still could. So it doesn't really look like unless Amazon closes above anything, that I'll be taking any positions, any new positions today, except for the overnight SPY. Let me clean that out right there. I guess I'll wait a few minutes. Two minutes to go. Okay. It doesn't look like Amazon's gonna close above the 200, but it did bounce near the 30, and it did bounce near the negative 30 TR channel. So we have 1 minute to go. Well, there it is, everybody. The closing bell. Wow. Wow, wow. Okay, so no new positions for me today except for the overnight SPY trade. And I picked up the overnight SPY trade at 382.33. So I definitely got a discount on that one. We'll see how much of a discount it is by tomorrow morning. 382.33. All right. And that's it. Everything else I kept. And maybe we'll have some signals tomorrow. I don't know. So, all right. Well, listen, everybody. If any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today to put up on the board, please put them on in. This is the time to do it. Just put them in the chat and I'll get them all updated. Real quick before I do that, just to remind everybody, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I think I teach a really good course, 15-hour course, 5 sessions, 3 hours each session. I teach you all of my trading strategies, exact step-by-step plans on how to enter, exit, profit targets, emergency stops, all that kind of stuff on all this trading strategies that I use. So are you going to be a better trader when you get done with the course with me? I guarantee you will be. So if you are interested, please just reach out. You can send me an email. The email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter. And if you do, I'll reply and say, how's it going? Thanks for saying hi. Let's do a quick free Skype call. Just want to learn more about you and your trading and your goals and your trading challenges and find out what you're trying to achieve. And then it's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And then when we're done with that, you can think about it. You can email me back later in the future and say, Greg, I want to take the class, or I'm not, or you don't even have to email back. I'll just assume that you won't, right? But I know you'll be a better trader. I put a lot of effort into those one-on-one courses, and I know you're going to be better trader when you're done. All right. And then also, I do have a new online course available on Udemy. It's a great course. It's on the deep dip buy approach, which is one of my favorite approaches. And it's only like $13 on Udemy, and it's almost 10 hours of video, a bunch of PDFs for study guides and so forth. And I have got some really good feedback on that course. So if you're interested in that, the course is the link to the Udemy course is in the description of the video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It does help build the channel, helps keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some value. So if you did find anything helpful today or recently in this podcast, I would appreciate it if you could just hit that thumbs up button before you get out of here and get on with your day. Okay, let's see. Now, Steve was up here. Okay. All right, we'll just do this then. So let's go to SPY. All right. So Steve bought a weekly expiration SPY puts March 1st. They expire March 1st for $451 per contract on the VIX 1030 EMA crossover. And I believe that's a 381. $381 strike puts. Okay. Tracy, you're in USO. Right. Well, you're in from way back when then, huh? 39.91. Oh, okay, 39. $91. Okay. All right. So very nice trade there, Trace. So I'll put you up. Gary is long. Okay, so Gary is also long puts. Jeez. Okay. So both Steve and Gary are basically short the S&P. They want the S&P to go down with their puts. Johan is out of IRSG. Kamal is out of Apple. Okay. Okay, Kamal is out of Apple. David is out of Apple as well. So everybody's out of Apple. Dan says, gang, we really own on thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Dan. And Dan, I'm going to read part of your email. Good morning, Greg. Since you plan on looking at my trade today, I'm giving you the actual trades and what I was thinking. So my theory was Bitcoin also had a big drop. MSTR's drop was influenced by this. I thought we might retest the Fibonacci 50% level. I watched the 5-minute, the 15-minute RSI and MACD and attempted to catch this falling knife. RSI under and back over the 5. I also thought I saw a double bottom with the bullish divergence. I didn't catch the bottom. I didn't sell the top, but more than happy. As I study your course, I hope to handle myself better. This was done in my small IRA. So very nice trade yesterday on MSTR Dan. So congratulations, my friend. Paxton says, thanks, Greg. You're welcome. Thanks, Packy. Appreciate that. Dan says, really low on thumbs up. Tracy Peterson says 212. Okay. There you go. That makes sense. Gary says, thanks, Greg. Have a great day and a great hike. Thank you. I appreciate that, Gary. Wow, what a day. Wow, what a monster day. My gosh. Unreal. Just an unreal day. Well, I guess it was coming, right? I mean, things don't just go up forever. They don't grow to the sky. And, you know, who knows what the real catalyst for this was? Was it GameStop? Was it that kind of stuff? Last time it kind of was. But is it this time? I don't know. It's hard to figure all this stuff out. You just follow your rules. That's really the best way to go about it. All right. So let me leave you off with this, everybody. As always, if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is by Martin Kornfeld, and makes sense. Let's just try to go out and do one nice thing for a human being today. Let's try to go out and do one nice thing for an animal today. It's going to make the animal feel better. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make the human feel better. Win, win, win all the way around. And I think it's just a good policy. So let's try to do that. All right. Anyone else have any other questions that I could potentially answer? Just let me know. Lova says, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Lova. Boy, the cues, my gosh, unreal. Unreal. I do have another profit target down here at 308.35. So I have that in the system. If it gets down there, I'll cover, and that will be 40% of the trade down on that one. Johan says, have a great day, everyone. You too, Johan. Thanks, Greg, as always. You bet, bud. Be careful out there, all right? Let's see. Anything happening after hours? Apple's up a little bit. Amazon's up a little bit. SPY's up $1. Hey, that's a good start to the overnight SPY trade for sure. All right, everybody. Well, I think that's it. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for coming today. Appreciate that. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Happy hiking. Have a good day, everyone. See you tomorrow. And yep. Hey, listen, we'll have other up days. You always have up days. You have down days. So just roll with it, right? So All right. And if you could hit the thumbs up button, man, I would really, really, really appreciate that before you click out of here. So have a good rest of your day. Be good, be safe, and hopefully see you tomorrow during the last hour of the market. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.